supervisor want to just come talk to us outside?
We can stand right here. We don't mind.
We're going outside to talk.
What's that?
We are going outside to talk.
Oh, I was given permission to get in. I wasn't called.
You're going outside. Who do you want trespass?
I have it on camera. They'll tell you I gave permission. I've come in and I have permission.
Okay.
to get in. Okay, well now they're asking me to leave, so we need to go. For what?
Okay, so it's under the threat of arrest, correct?
Outside.
You don't have to touch me, sir. What's your name and badge number?
Towards the yellow. I'll get all that stuff to you when we get outside.
Okay. So I'm being physically taken out
Yes.
of the Southern Nevada, I'm not talking to you, Southern Nevada Health District.
Yes.
They are forcing us out by force. They will not say why. We need a supervisor out here now. You're not, no.
For what? Why do I have to sit on the hood? Why do I have to sit on the hood? I need a supervisor now.
We're journalists gathering
Why am I
content
getting
for a story.
touched by you, sir?
Gathering content for a story before you slap those
Why are
cuffs
you
on.
touching me?
Before you slap those
Why are you
cuffs on.
touching me? Why did you move my camera? Look what you just
Okay.
did. That's
Okay.
a violation what you just did.
Warren.
Why am you're not telling me what I'm getting with cuffs for? Then why are you putting the cuffs on, bro? I'm not being hostile.
For what crime?
Because you
For
guys are
what
being
crime?
uncooperative.
I wasn't being uncooperative. From who? To who?
They asked you to leave.
They did not ask me to leave.
This is
I'm
a
telling
public
you, they
building.
never told me.
Stop
They
being a
asked now,
fucking
and they
idiot.
asked you to
Stop
leave.
being a
I'm
fucking
asking you
idiot.
right now.
Bring your
You never
supervisor.
asked me
No,
to leave. I want
bring
you
your
to verify.
supervisor out here now.
I'm a separate
That is part
party,
of
so
your
I want
policy.
to make sure
Bring
that's
your
verified
supervisor.
right now. I don't understand why I'm being put into this because I was able to access into there, so there was no reason. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Bring your supervisor out here. Bring your supervisor out here. Bring your supervisor. Bring your
I
supervisor.
haven't done anything wrong. They never have done anything.
Bring your supervisor. That is part of Metro's policy. You think this is our first time?
Nope. And you're right. We will get him. We'll get the supervisor. So you need to identify yourself.
At
Name,
this
date of
point,
birth.
I'm not giving my name or
Name, date of birth.
I'm not giving my name, date of birth.
Okay.
I need to speak to a supervisor.
Okay.
Until I know what crime
Listen,
I
I'm
committed.
gonna tell you guys both. Hey, stop talking for a minute, okay? And I'm gonna explain everything to you
You
guys.
don't give the orders here.
Okay? I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
You're under arrest.
I
So
don't
that's
give a
it.
flying
It's
fuck.
done. Okay?
You don't give
So what
orders
you
here.
have to do, you're required by law to identify
committed
yourself
a
with
crime,
name and date of birth.
If we were
Trespassing.
He said I wasn't
under public
Trespassing.
building, in a
Trespassing.
public building.
If they
It's public.
require you to
owned by
leave,
the
if
state
they ask
of
you to
Nevada.
leave, doesn't matter.
We have to be breaking the law.
They asked you to
the
leave.
law. You're so
They
incorrect,
asked
sir.
you to leave.
If we disrupted anything, any
Doesn't
of their
work that way.
their flow, you really need to
Doesn't work
find
that
a
way.
supervisor because I'm done talking to you.
Doesn't work that
You're
way.
obviously ignorant to the law. Yeah, that you have
Doesn't
no
work that
problem
way.
with us. You think this is my first time?
No, I know it's not your first time.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
But you're not going to push me around.
Okay.
It's 13 years on the job, okay? So you don't
I'm
know.
not
You don't
trying
run
to
the show.
push.
You
I
don't run
do.
the show.
I do.
You don't.
Right now, I'm
don't.
in cuffs, but one day
Correct.
you're going to be on the stand
Correct.
and you're going to be answering my questions.
Because you are
You're
you
gonna
are
be answering
required
my
to identify
questions,
yourself
Paul.
with name and
You'll
date
be
of birth.
answering my questions,
And that's
Paul.
fine. That's
So
okay.
just remember that.
That's okay.
Remember this face and
That's
remember
fine.
my name
It's not
once
an
you get
issue.
that lawsuit.
It's not an
I
issue.
know it isn't an issue.
Okay.
You have no heart.
Okay.
Or you have no
You're
brain.
required to identify yourself
When
with
your
name and date of
supervisor
birth.
gets here and then I have a real law that I've broken. Because at this point I've broken no laws.
Trespassing. You're required to identify
Have I ever
yourself.
been trespassed from this area before?
You're going to be trespassed. In order for you to be trespassed, you're
So am I
required to
under
ID
arrest
yourself.
for
You're-
trespass?
Correct. You're not identifying yourself.
Am I under arrest for
No,
trespass?
you're in handcuffs because you are not cooperative. That's why you're in handcuffs. Handcuffs could come off just as easy as they come off.
We could have
okay?
had a cordial
This is-
conversation.
This is where this
but your
escalates.
training
Okay?
makes you escalate.
This
the
is where
encounter.
this escalates.
No, because you didn't even get our
We
side
asked
of the
to speak-
story.
we asked-
You didn't ask for our side of the story.
And we're talking to you outside. Okay?
And we didn't want to move.
We asked-
So why would you get us from one place and move us to another?
Because you don't run the show. When they ask you to
Who do you
leave
work
their
for?
business,
Who do you work for?
when they ask
Who
to
do you
leave
work
your
for?
business, work for the
Supreme
Clark
law,
County.
the U.S. Constitution.
Clark County.
is
That's who I work for.
And
That's
who
who
owns
writes
it?
my
We
checks.
the people. We the
Doesn't
people.
matter.
Who
Okay.
forms governments? The
You
people
talk.
form. No, fuck no. Especially if you got me in cuffs. No, you are not going to
You
speak.
chose to put-
You are
you
not
chose
going
to have the
speak.
cuffs
You
on.
are not going to speak. No, no. I didn't choose
fine.
the cuffs. We could have had a cordial conversation.
Go to it. Don't have a supervisor come out. It's fine.
I just want to, I don't think I need
These guys are requesting a supervisor to respond.
What did you just wipe on me, bro? Okay, I'm just sorry.
You gotta identify yourself or not.
Now my mask is down here. I
I'm
can't.
invoking my right to remain silent until
I know what crime I've committed.
Okay.
And I'm not trespassing on public property. This is public. This belongs to the public.
Are you gonna let me explain it to you a little bit better?
Go ahead, let's see.
Without getting upset.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I understand.
So they asked you to leave. You refused to leave the building.
I've
Okay.
never
They called us.
have I?
Okay. Once they ask you to leave, if you don't leave, then we have to come out. We have to come out and deal with you. Okay. When we conduct business, we are not going to conduct business inside of a building where they're trying to conduct business. We're not going to allow what happens between you and I to disrupt their business. Okay. So you were asked to politely come outside so we can conduct our business outside. Okay. You refused to come outside. Okay. So therefore, we told you, we ordered you to come outside.
And I asked if it was a lawful order.
Okay.
And, then
And it
when
was.
you said yes, and I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
If it was under the threat of
Correct.
arrest, I
Correct.
accepted.
So because you guys were initially non-compliant, that's why you were placed in handcuffs.
asking
You were not
questions.
under arrest. Okay, you were. But initially you said no, we're talking right here.
Oh, I said, we can talk right here. That's okay. It's on camera.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And I said no, we're going to talk outside.
And I
then you
asked,
said
is that under the threat of arrest?
Okay.
You said yes.
Okay.
And you grabbed me.
Okay.
So that's why I said,
And
okay.
we walked outside.
Right.
So because you initially said no, okay, handcuffs are nothing that says that you're under arrest. Absolutely,
Am I free
you're
to
under
go?
arrest.
Am I
Okay.
free to go?
Not right now. You're not.
So I'm under arrest.
No. You're not free to go. You're not under arrest. Arrest means that we're arresting you. Okay. You're not under arrest at this point.
Between
Okay.
detainment and arrest.
Okay. You're being detained. Okay. Now, when it turns into an arrest, because now they want you trespassed from here, so by law, you have to identify yourself with name, date of birth. Okay. That's it. You're refusing to identify yourself with name, date of birth. Therefore, we cannot author a trespass because we don't know who you are. So because you don't want to do that, then you get arrested for obstruction because you're failing to identify yourself.
understand. Okay.
However, if you identify yourself with name, date of birth, and we can positively identify you, we write a misdemeanor or trespass. You're not under arrest. It's not a trespass citation. It's a warning that says you're trespassed from here.
not a citation.
The handcuffs come off and you guys leave. That's how this works. Okay? And it's that simple.
Can I just speak? Once you're done.
You're
Go
on.
ahead.
Just because you asked for a supervisor, supervisor will be en route.
Okay.
He's on his way here right now.
Okay.
You could choose not to speak to me anymore at this point. Okay. Just understand that. I think I explained myself pretty clear.
But and you've never given us a chance to explain ourselves.
Now I'm gonna allow you to explain yourself, and
Okay.
I'll give you the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
What I'm doing here,
Okay.
I'm gathering content for a story for the current situation going on.
As most
I'm
journalists
a journalist. I am a journalist.
Okay.
This is open to the public.
Okay.
There's plenty of case law that says anything open to the public, wherever I can be publicly, I can have the camera recorded.
Okay.
As long as it's within my constitutional rights. I have case law. I have a book on it. I don't have. I would show you, but I know it'd be a waste of time. But wherever people are allowed to access freely,
Okay.
we are allowed to record. The only issue was that we had cameras. Nothing else was an issue. Now, it seems like selective enforcement because I have a camera. I explained to him what I was doing. I told him I was just going to get some shots and leave.
Okay.
That's all I was doing. I didn't. I asked them for a supervisor, another supervisor behind me. I said, if you want to talk to Metro, I've talked with plenty of Metro officers before who backed me up on what I'm saying. I've also spoken with judges and prosecutors who backed up what I'm saying. So again, this was just a couple of people who are misinformed on law and misinformed on public photography. This is what it is.
Okay.
And this is another reason why we do what we do. We're just trying to educate these folks that it's open to the public. We didn't cuss. We didn't threaten. We were very polite. We were very cordial. And that was it. And they said we're going to pull Metro. And I was certain that once you guys showed up, we would have been able to tell them this is a publicly accessible area unless they're giving threats or trying to go over employee or restricted areas. Then that would be a different story. But we never tried to enter anything that was closed off to the public. We've been in the publicly accessible areas, having good conversations with other employees and other people who are here. I have it all on camera. And that's it. We are just going to get some footage.
I'm not going to run on you.
That's it.
And here's the thing. I respect what you guys do. All journalists. It doesn't bother me at all. You gotta understand, I've been in this business for a long time. It doesn't bother me at all. This stuff doesn't get a rise out of me, okay?
Good.
So I respect what you guys are doing.
Good.
So here's how this works. Because we got involved in this, right, to get everything, right, on an even keel right now. Everybody's calm, right? Now, since we have people here, now we can go in and talk to security and find out what you guys were, get their side of the story, right? Because there's two sides to the story, right? Okay, and find out. Now, if they're saying that you guys were disrupting business in any form or fashion, then that's when they could ask you to leave. Okay,
and we have it all on camera.
And that's fine. I don't know.
They never asked me to leave. They let me in. I did the temperature scan.
Okay.
I did the questions. I had the mask. The only reason they wanted him out was because of the mask.
Okay.
Then when they realized that he wasn't going to listen because he has a medical mandate,
okay.
they spread some guy in a yellow shirt comes out after both security were cordial and they were very they wanted to find out the law and understand that we were allowed. And he says, and I asked him, it's on the camera. You can look at my footage. I go up and down the hallways. I can film anything in public. He goes, yeah, as long as you're not filming. I said, that's fine. You know, I'm good. So I walk off. I'm filming, and then they're fine with it. They have no problems with me. Okay. Then all of a sudden you guys come and I'm getting told I was told to leave. I was never told to leave. I was never trespassed, and I don't like that. That's why. That's the only reason I was upset.
Okay, so do you see? I mean, I'm sure you saw it because it's all on video, right?
Right.
So when I went in and I said both of you guys come out, right? And then you said, hey, I'm allowed in here. So I said, okay, I respected that, and I asked the security guy. I said, who is it? Is it just him or both of them? And then that's when he said both of them. So you see how that works?
Now, but before he did.
Correct.
Okay, I understand.
And that's why we have to get to the bottom of the story on their side.
But
we don't know.
It seems like you got one side of the story and you went with it and you approached us in that way.
Correct.
Because I've never been in.
Because we are not going to conduct business inside or do our job. I'm not going to say, because this is not business. I'm not going to conduct our job and our investigation inside of a building where other workers can be disrupted.
And when I asked you,
so that and I appreciate that and I respect that.
Ask.
Okay, and that's why I didn't forcefully do anything with you, right? I just purely guided you on the back of the arm, and that was the end of it. I didn't forcefully because you were complying. We were going outside,
and
I got no issues.
With you.
Correct, I got no issues with that.
When I asked it, would it be under the threat of arrest? You said yes, and we walked out.
We walked out.
And you're the supervisor.
But first you heard me. I said I wasn't involved. I'm a separate party. I was just filming because that guy got in his face.
So I'll let you guys have his here in a second. Just so you know, he went in to talk to security to find out what their whole story is.
And then we can review footage.
In the meantime, you can talk to the supervisor.
Cool. I appreciate your professionalism.
Garcia, all we did we're independent journalists. We're gathering content for a story. We entered. There was a problem with the cameras. We informed them of the law. Any publicly accessible areas, we're allowed to have cameras. This is public. This belongs to the people. So we came in. I just wanted to get some shots, understand what services they provide, gather some content, and then go. Be on my way. They had a problem with it. We tried respectfully to inform them of the laws. They didn't. They wanted to exaggerate and call 911. I did overhear one 911 call, and he was exaggerating the story just a bit. In order to get you guys to come here as you all arrived. Just like I said, we're just our business. We do have business here. We are journalists. We're doing a story, and that's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to come and do our business and leave.
I was told, as I went in, that once they realized, okay, we got over the camera thing. They said you can film publicly accessible areas. This was the guy who was very professional at the time. He explained the laws, so I didn't record anything but the aisles. My camera's always on, but until I hit the record, nothing's going to be on it. And I'm just walking around, and they were fine with that. Him and the other security guard are walking around filming. They didn't want the mask on. Now, I've had my mask on, and that wasn't a problem for me. I went and did the temperature check, like they did, asked certain questions. I walk in, right? And he has a medical mandate for his mask not being worn. So they tell him he's not allowed in, but I'm allowed in. I go over to this guy, how I'm allowed to walk through, am I allowed to film this? I asked all the questions, and they said, yes, no problem. Because I'm walking through filming, I have no problems, and I was never asked to leave. And then they said they're calling Metro, but I figured they'd already said they were going to call on you, and so I'm going to film and document it. And they didn't say I was supposed to leave. If they would ask me to leave, then that's a different question. I have no problem. They didn't ask me. So then when the police come, they grab me and say I wasn't, trespassed. I was never asked to leave. Then they tell us to leave, and I understand once we're not complying 100% in their eyes, they're going to walk us out. Okay, whatever. I didn't like it, but I'm out now in cuffs though for something that I did nothing wrong.
This could have gone totally different. We've been having friendly conversations with the staff inside.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure because he came out and figured he's going to tell you.
Okay. So what are you guys planning on doing from here?
I'm leaving from here.
Well, once I'm done narrating, I did have to do some narration through the other part of the building. I wanted to capture throughout the building, inside, come out, capture the outside, narrate a little bit, and then be on my way. I'm covering a story on things that are going on globally.
After 6 months, shutdown, it's only another 3 weeks. We want to see.
this is a publicly accessible area. It isn't private.
Yeah. Now, if the representative of this facility don't want you in there, are you willing to leave by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, if they don't want me in there, I'd rather take a formal trespass, if that's the case, so I know who to sue. But yeah, I'm not going to leave willfully because I have a right to be here, and this is all on principle. It's my First Amendment right. I have a right to be here.
I'm just asking what you
I know. You're trying to figure out intent. I totally get that, but I want you to know my intent. That I do intend to stay here because it is my right, and anyone who infringes on that is subject to a lawsuit. And that's what I want to avoid here. I want to avoid lawsuits. I'd rather have people educated on this matter rather than taking it up to the federal level.
All right, so give me a second. I'm going to talk with the representatives here.
Okay.
You folks plan on being cooperative, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Do we need them in handcuffs?
Well, I got to figure out what they're going to do. If they're going to formal trespass, then they won't identify themselves. So
well,
they're aware of that.
I will myself because I feel I have not committed a crime.
And they never asked me to leave. I was invited in.
That's what we're establishing here.
Yeah.
So
It's all
give us a
in
second, and I'll be right back. Okay, as soon as we can.
If we're not going to trespass route, Sarge, then they're out of handcuffs. But until we get to that point, then.
Yeah, we'll get there real
Okay,
fast.
you got it. Thank you.
How long have you been on the force?
13 years.
A long time. That's why I wanted to.
No, 13 years.
I'm curious.
I've
My viewers like that. Just curious.
I've done a lot of protests. I've purposely got myself in the middle of protests way back when Yellow Checker Star and all that stuff to educate myself and to.
With the Uber, when Uber was trying to come, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was Uber.
It was major.
Correct, it was big, and I wanted to educate myself, so I purposely threw myself in the fire to educate myself, and I'm pretty keen on it. I'm not 100% keen on it, but I'm pretty keen on understanding, and that's why I have no problem with you. I don't have any problem with you guys at all.
I understand.
We're working on behalf of the business.
Yep.
Because the business, you got to understand what a lot of people don't understand these days is that businesses are not going to put their hands on people these days because nobody knows. I mean, we see it. I'm sure you guys see it on the news. You guys being journalists, I've seen it. We've been to security guards that were shot and stabbed dead because they tried to remove somebody from a property. Okay, they're not going to do that. Companies are mitigating their liabilities on their employees and on the patrons that come into the businesses. So they call us to come do that for them. Okay, and that's all. That's the only reason why we're here. I could care less if you guys are here. I can care less if you guys are videoing anything. It don't bother me.
It's law, right?
Correct.
We have a legal right to be
and that's
here.
why we're here is to let them know.
I get that.
we were doing it legally.
I get that.
They
Listen,
just-
you
but
guys
they
have a
call
job
you
to
guys.
do. Everybody's got a job to
So
do.
what was the
insane.
call you guys
It's
got
insane.
exactly? because I know they escalated the calls to sound way worse.
They
than it
actually,
was.
to be honest with you, in the nuts and bolts of it, I'm not gonna lie to you. In nuts and bolts of it, that there were two people in the lobby that were video recording. One wasn't wearing a mask, and they were refusing to leave. That's, in a nutshell, that's what it was. There wasn't. I didn't see any
they never asked
So
escalation.
what's the crime in that for people to respond? It'd be trespass.
Correct.
Okay, so in essence, you guys are trespassing.
We are not trespassing. They are trespassing. We are facilitating.
Without you, there would be no trespass. I have a lawful right to be here. And the fact that you guys are willing to issue a formal trespass on a person who has every right to be here is insane. It's absurd.
That's where you get it wrong. We are not doing a formal trespass on you. There's nothing formal. When police officers come out to do a trespass, there's nothing formal with law on our side. We are facilitating it for them. So when they read you the red card, they're the ones that read it as a duly appointed representative of the property, blah, blah, blah. That's them doing it. All we're doing is identifying people, so now they have a record of it. In case you guys come back, there's a record of it. So now it's been trespassed, and now what they do is a citizen citation or a citizen's arrest. There's nothing on law enforcement whatsoever that is doing anything to you guys. We are facilitating it for them.
Yeah, so if you guys need to finish your documentary, you can do it from over in that area or further away.
All right.
Okay?
So that was a formal trespass. We are not allowed here.
Correct.
Then I'm going to stay.
You want to stay now?
Then I'm going to stay.
Okay, you understand that you're subject to arrest if you decide to stay after being formally trespassed.
Right. But this is public property. I disagree with that, and I'm going to stay.
Okay. All right. You understand that you're subject to arrest, sir?
Sir, I'm not answering any more questions. I have a right to be here. This is for the U.S. Constitution.
Got it. All right. Go ahead and set your stuff down. You're under arrest for trespassing.
No, that's okay. Just make that phone call.
So I'm being trespassed from the Southern Nevada Health District. This is for the U.S. Constitution, everyone who's watching. This is First Amendment protected activity. It's now a crime in Southern Nevada.
How do you turn the camera off?
You gotta close it.
Battery's gonna die.